If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Thank you, Terry. Well, obviously, as a soccer guy, sports fan in Baltimore, I'm very, very excited about getting this event back here. Just a reflection, just 1 year ago, just over a year ago, we were begging people to allow us to have a shot at an international game. And we believed that we could sell that game out, and we did. And then just a year later, Baltimore is in the bid, one of the finalists for the World Cup that the USA can bring in here. Unbelievable, from nowhere, trust me, we were nowhere, to be in one of the cities being looked at for the World Cup. It's just a great reflection, and I can't thank the Ravens enough for stepping up and doing this. You know, the soccer guy creates a lot of excitement for me. But if we bring the World Cup here, Mike talked about the impact of this one game. People come here for weeks, they come here for a month. They would come to the Baltimore City and to the state. So we have a shot at that, and our shot again is supporting this international game. And we have a great game that we're coming. Inter Milan is coming into town. Inter Milan may be one of the hottest teams in the world right now. They won the Series A league, which is the Italian league. Then they won the Coppa Italia, basically the Open Cup in Italy. We have an Open Cup here in the U.S. They won the Open Cup in Italy. So in our lingo, not necessarily their lingo, our lingo, they're going for the Triple Crown tomorrow. They're going for the UEFA Champions League, which they played over months, and they play Bayern Munich in the final tomorrow. It's on TV tomorrow for anybody who would like to watch it, 2:30 on Fox. But if they win that, that's their Triple Crown. And so they're coming here, and you talk about the player up and down the lineup. It's not just a couple players when you talk about these types of teams. Up and down the lineup, they have unbelievable players in what to do. Diego Milito will be playing Messi in the World Cup for Argentina. Samuel Eto'o from Cameroon is on their team. They have Brazilians or goalkeepers from Brazil. Their defender Lucio is from Brazil. So they have a South American flair to them along with the Cameroon. So they have great players up and down the lineup. Then you turn to Man City. This is your up-and-coming team. I was fortunate enough to be in England last year when the EPL was starting, in the middle of August when it was starting. And the talk of the town, I was at the Chelsea Man U game, and then Chelsea opened up against Hull. The talk of the town was Man City. They have a very, very wealthy owner. He's been buying players. Who knows who he may buy between now and July 31st. And Inter Milan the same way, between what's going on. It might happen. But they're that up and coming. They got up to 5th place this year, and people see, you know, they want to make an impact on the EPL and on club soccer throughout the world. So it's a great matchup. Once again with them, you know, great players. Emmanuel Adebayor was named the 2008 African Player of the Year. Just a tremendous player. His country's not in the World Cup, so he'll be certainly fully ready to go to play in that game. Carlos Tevez, same type of thing, will be playing. When I mentioned Diego Milito, on the other side, there'll be teammates for Argentina coming in. They have English players, Sean Wright Phillips, Gareth Barry, who's trying to recover for an injury right now. They'll be on the English national team, and obviously we'll be watching them a great bit when the U.S. plays them. So they have players up and down the lineup also. Then you look at the coaching matchup. Jose Mourinho for Inter Milan. Let's just say he's a bit brash, he's a bit cocky, but he backs it up. He led Chelsea to the top. Now he's led Inter Milan to the top and what he was doing. And on the other side, you got a coach at Man City who's being quoted as, we need to develop a winning attitude, a winning spirit. And if you look at our game and where it's being played, it's about 2 weeks before they start the EPL season. And they're playing Inter Milan, one of the hottest clubs in the world. He'll want to win that game to develop that winning attitude, that winning spirit. And by the way, Roberto Mancini used to coach for Inter Milan. Jose Mourinho, cocky and brash, he's not going to want that to happen. So we have a great matchup here. It's unbelievable the matchup that we have. And I look at the date too. July 31st, far enough away from the World Cup. The World Cup's going to create all the interest we have in this country over a month, June 11th to July 11th. It's 3 weeks away from the final. And if you're not in the final club, for the semifinal, 4 weeks away. So what that tells you is a lot of the players in the World Cup will be ready to play again. They're going to give them a couple weeks off. So if you were playing this game, say July 13th, not enough time between the World Cup and this game. But what you'll see here, what I believe you'll see, obviously the coaches will make the decision, you'll see the great players playing because it's further enough away from the World Cup, and it's only 2 weeks away from when you're starting the season. So, prime time to get your team ready to go from there. So I can't be happier in what's going on, and being in the middle of M&T Bank Stadium with our great football franchise here. I'll give the baseball analogy. We keep selling these games out. We'll at least keep getting base hits. We'll keep bringing the international games back here, which is, I think, it creates a lot of excitement in the area and the economic impact that Mike talked about. And maybe if we fill the bases, we could hit a grand slam. But trust me, the World Cup in Baltimore would be a grand slam. So I appreciate that. I'll turn that back to Kevin.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.